So the biggest pain point was that most tech candidates were rejecting their offers. Here's why.
SaaS layoffs are back, remote roles are shrinking, and yet salaries of senior backend engineers keep on rising. Welcome to the first episode of Instahyre Launch Lab, a behind the scenes show where we take you what we are building at Instahyre and take you along this journey. I am Harshita, Senior Product Marketing Manager at Instahyre, and today I have with me one person who has been buried knee deep in spreadsheets and salary curves since past couple of months, Aradhye. Aradhye Ackshatt is a senior content creator at Instahyre and the mind behind the product Paycheck 2025. Welcome Aradhye, nice to have you here.
Hi Harshita. As you rightly said, there has been a lot of data crunching and lots of spreadsheets, but I think we have managed to come up with a great, practical, usable product paycheck for the tech recruiters out there.
To the audience who are new here, Instahyre is not just another job board. We are a modern hiring platform built for companies who are looking to scale their hiring using speed and precision by utilizing artificial intelligence.
अरे कहना क्या चाहते हो?
Yeah, I understand. So basically, we automate large part of sourcing for talent leaders and recruiters so that you only focus on the most relevant candidates. Instahyre help recruiters with the most important thing, that is hiring great talent and not chasing resumes.
एक्सेलेंस का पीछा करो, सक्सेस झक मार के तुम्हारे पीछे आएगी.
With thousands of job postings and recruiter actions that we see on Instahyre each month, we decode hiring patterns even before they make headlines, and that's what led us to create Product Paycheck 2025. It's the ultimate talent insights report which tells you what product companies are paying to their techies. And this report is gonna come soon, but before that I wanted to talk about the making of this report with Aradhye. So yeah, my first question to you Aradhye is, why Product Paycheck? What triggered this? Why did you decide to work on this report? Please tell me more.
So, you know what's the biggest nightmare of a recruiter? It's that even after spending so many hours sourcing and then interviewing and then negotiating and spending so much productive time on a candidate, the candidate ends up rejecting their offer.
Udas. Pankaj Udas.
They do so much and end up with zero results. So the biggest pain point was that most tech candidates were rejecting their offers. Here's why. The salaries were based on outdated datasets of previous years, and reality has shifted widely since 2023-24. That is why we came up with the idea of giving them the latest tech salaries as per experience for the most in-demand skills so that they can plan their hiring budgets and strategy accurately.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So what does this exactly mean for talent leaders and recruiters watching us today?
So to take a real world example, suppose you walk into an IPL player auction knowing all the other teams' budgets beforehand. That gives you a lot of leeway in what to offer for the candidate that you want. So you end up saving two things that matter most, time and money.
ध्यान से टीम चुनियो मुन्ना, एक भी कच्चा खिलाड़ी भारी पड़ेगा.
The practical takeaway for them from our tech paycheck is that their offers will have a lesser chance of being rejected. Plus, they will be able to predict the scope of negotiating the salaries.
All right. So why don't you spill the beans and tell me what is this one stat that really surprised you while you were doing the result to get the Product Paycheck 2025?
So when we started doing the paycheck, we thought we are hearing so much about AI, and AI has risen so rapidly over the past few years. So we expected that AI roles will have very high salaries. But the reality check was that there is already so much entry level talent available in the market that the salaries are not as high as we expected. So that drove down the salaries for AI talent, and it's not a mature sector yet. So leadership talent for AI is rare. Actually, people who have spent a decade in AI is very rare to find, so there was a huge gap there. Instead, what was surprising was that because most technological solutions scale up through networks, and network troubleshooting became the behind the scenes hero of product development, making it a very highly paid skill.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. So, there are already so many reports in the market right now, and so many companies share talent insights. But how do me, as a recruiter or someone who is budgeting this year for the roles, how do I use this report? What are some of the practical application, or if you can just probably like walk me through, let's say if I want to hire a backend engineer, how would I go about deciding on the budget by looking at this report?
Yeah, so we intended to come up with a very simple and straightforward report that the recruiters could use from minute one of getting it. So, if you want to hire a backend engineer, like you asked, you know the experience, maybe say 6 to 9 years of experience, and you need the core skills that they need to have a specialization in. And so, you just look up the salary for that skill and plan your offer accordingly. And I think every company has their plus minus range within which they are willing to negotiate with top talent, so they can strike a balance between hiring budgets and team building requirements.
Now we're gonna move to the last bit of this call. Um, I know we are not on Coffee with Karan, but I still wanted to have a rapid fire round with you. So yeah, in the rapid fire round, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, and you have to answer very quickly.
Brace yourselves then for the rapid fire round.
Okay, so my first question to you, Aradhye, is what is the most underpaid tech skill in India right now?
Underpaid. Okay, it will be you know degrading a skill, any skill, to say that it is underpaid. But I would say that some skills that used to be highly popular before but have recently become underpaid are SQL, if you talk about data science, and C and C++ for data security, and the same would go for Ruby in database development. So some of these skills, such skills could be called underpaid.
Okay, guys, I hope all of you are taking note. Okay, let's say you have to negotiate for a role, and what is a role that you would never want to negotiate for?
Wow. Frankly, I would not want to negotiate anybody's salary because I can't play poker for nuts. But seriously, from the data, I think salaries for DevOps leaders would be hard to negotiate because that is such a sector in which a person with say 7 years of experience might be more handy rather than a person who has 11 years of experience, because skill based hiring is the buzzword these days, and that is how it translates into salaries, because experience in the relevant skills counts more than a longer experience in less relevant skills. So I think I wouldn't want to interview people and offer people who are skilled in DevOps.
Okay, so I have my last question for you. Let's say if this report was a movie, according to you, what movie it would be?
If it were a movie, well, first of all, I wish that we had a bigger budget so I could make a blockbuster out of this report, because a lot of insights are still there which we will probably include in our upcoming reports. But the product paycheck could be called Apna Sapna Money Money. If it was a Bollywood masala movie, and if we were to go all Hollywood, then I would say Moneyball, because Moneyball is a very data driven, insights driven, based on data type of movie, which is what we intended the paycheck to be.
All right, so this was fun, Aradhya. Thank you so much for joining in today. So, guys, the pay shift is happening, and the product Tech Paycheck 2025 is coming super soon. If you think 25 lakh per annum for a backend developer is enough, think again. So, we are breaking it down for all of you in our upcoming launch event. We are going to have some of the industry leaders in the HR space. So we're going to come and discuss what is happening in the market right now and why there has been so much shift in the salaries and what's the dynamic behind it. you know how they say, come for the salary drama, but stay for the strategies. So see you guys super soon.